I actually grew up in Massachusetts, in outside of Boston, and that influenced me, I think, quite a bit early because when I was going to school in the 60s and 70s, the school system was taken over by the courts because they refused to racially integrate the schools. And so when I was in high school, there was a lot of busing of kids back and forth to different schools to force the school system to integrate. So from a very young age, I was quite aware of that issue, of racism, the effects of racism on different communities, and the disparities, particularly in Boston between the white and black communities, economic disparities, issues of, people's advantages and so forth. So I think that had a big influence on me. In general terms, I'm interested in working with subjects in my artwork that are important and significant to the culture and to people, so that anyone, you don't have to be, what I want to say, you don't have to be an expert in art or art history or an artist to understand my work. You can look, anyone who's aware of what's going on, even mildly, can look at it and understand what it's about. I think that's what I try to do. Make it accessible. Well, I was hoping that it would provoke consideration. Either if you agree with the sentiments in that, if you agree that all people deserve human rights and equal treatment and so forth, then you would feel perhaps reassured by that, or you would feel good about seeing that represented at the museum. And if you disagree with it, if you're, if you think people don't deserve to be treated fairly and humanely, then maybe you would start to think about that. It would get you angry and upset, and maybe, I don't know, maybe you'd talk to people about it, maybe you'd think about it a little more. Well, I think it can be something that deals with very important issues and difficult issues in a society and a culture. That's what I try to do, is address these things that are difficult and that are also important and meaningful to people's lives. And I don't want it to be entertainment. I want it to be yeah, meaningful. It's not about avoiding. It's not a tactic of entertainment and avoidance and escapism. It's the exact opposite. It's always trying to push you back into the things you maybe are trying to escape from. Well, I think one of the most important issues right now is the issue of migration and immigrants and immigrant rights. And I've been reading a number of stories in the newspaper about much of the anti-immigrant initiatives in Orange County. I mean, particularly in Fullerton, I'd read that the mayor of Fullerton, or one of the city councilors, wanted to buff out all the Chicano murals from the 70s in the city. And that kind of, that coupled with all these English-only laws in the schools and the kind of denial of social services to undocumented people, I wanted to address that directly here in Orange County. I mean, is there anyone who's not personally involved here in Southern California? I can't imagine that anyone is unaffected by that issue. Doesn't know somebody, isn't friends with somebody who's having a problem with it.